Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a late episode of the Voiceover podcast. My name, of course, is Michael.
And I'm Jen.
And if you listen to this, we normally release our episodes every Tuesday early morning, but it was the bank holiday weekend. Life got in the way, so we just couldn't get it all scheduled in time. So we're recording tonight, Tuesday evening. It's going to go out first thing in the morning.
It's going to be fresh, this one. There's going to be a few mistakes, probably. Oh, and what's also exciting, it's just us.
It's good. We started off the season. We started off the season just two of us, and now we're potentially closing the season with two of us. So so we thought what we'd do is we've spoken to a lot of people.
Yeah, I know, it's been bloody amazing, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think from off the back of that, I think there's been loads of things to think about and take away, and this isn't going to be a review episode, so I'll just say that right from there. Don't worry about that.
The best
it's not a review
I've just heard it.
This is just some fodder to put in the background of like just us two waffling shit.
Yeah, if you're feeling a bit like you need to have some companionship when you're sending those emails, we're there.
Yeah. But Jen came up with this amazing list of things we could talk about.
Jen, you are overselling this.
Well, I was going for. I think it was good.
I will take it.
Go for it. Do you want to give a synopsis?
Well, I just thought it'd be fun. Obviously, Michael and I, when we first started doing this podcast, it was just us chatting. And I think that's the kind of core of it, is that we get guests on just to have a chat. And I just thought it'd be fun just to kind of ask each other a few questions as well. So I wrote a very simple list on the tram this morning, and we're going to endeavour to answer them as honestly as you can.
Yeah, but it's relatable. That's what I like it because it's relatable. Because if we go through, there's just like general questions. I think everyone who listens to this, who's on their own journey, will have their own answer to these questions.
Yeah, answer along. I'd love to know what people say. I'd love to get like a group podcast. Like, I know that's not really possible, but I'd love to hear back from people.
I've said this so many times. If we could get like a big episode where there's like 5, 6, 7, 8 of us on,
or more,
remotely,
I don't know. Anyway, that's for a conversation for another time.
What?
Sorry, I was also going to say. I'm also saying I've asked Michael to try and keep it like reasonably short because I appreciate you guys are busy, but I also know us. And as I said it, I laughed because I thought I'm never going to be able to keep Michael down short.
I just love a good waffle, basically. I'm tired. I said to Jen before, today I've not been. Today's, what is it, the 5th of May?
I've got no idea.
Today's the first day back in the gym for me. I've not been to the gym since like the end of October because I have terrible tennis elbow and it's been causing me tremendous pains. You know, and you just get kind of like, just fed up of it. But today was the day I crossed through that threshold and I've turned the corner, so I'm hoping to keep on that mindset. But anyway, my point being is I'm absolutely shattered. So when he goes to the gym at 2:00 in the afternoon, it really catches up with me at this time. Anyway, right, sorry. There we go. Side quest
complete. The waffle begins.
Do you want to go with the first question?
Oh, okay.
Because this is very reminiscent. Like, for any of you who've listened, have you ever listened back to like our first season?
Not really.
I started listening to it. Somebody commented on it a few weeks ago. And I started listening back to some of them. Normally, I'm like, I can't cringe. I actually really enjoyed some of them. I like the rawness of like being very new, trying to find our feet with it. Some of them are quite funny. So this is kind of harking back to that a little bit, I'd say.
The olden days.
Yeah.
Anybody who's stuck with us since then, well done.
Listen, I'm really grateful for the following that we've grown.
Same.
Obviously, you know, across the podcast, the podcast platforms, like the growth metric over the seasons have gone, like we've got New Zealand, we've got, I think Brazil are on there now, Germany, Spain, obviously the UK,
amazing.
America's a massive. I think America makes up about 30% of our listenership.
That's it.
So it's growing. Like, we're just incredibly grateful for all of you.
Please share it with your friends then.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
That'd be really amazing.
Okay, go for it.
I'm choosing a question.
Go for it.
Okay. Can you share a project that you're most proud of, or one that means a lot to you?
I
bet there's so many.
Well, there's two that spring to mind. I've got to say that the McDonald's commercial I did.
Oh yeah,
recently. Now it's funny about this because yes, it was a national TV spot for McDonald's, and that was a real thing. But I wasn't like in it all the way through. I had this I set up the commercial with this intro thing,
but it was still
a big, for me, I had McDonald's is like peak
Yeah.
national TV
Mood
spot, and I had
board
that
type.
brand on I had it on my vision board. I've had it
Yeah.
for ages, and so to land that, there's
well
like an
done.
internal sort of, but I have to say what probably tops that is the one that is up for a nomination at One Voice, is the one for Lost City. So on the tools, they're like a construction social media company.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Yeah, and so what happened was they created this film called The Lost City, because I didn't know this, but in the construction industry in the UK specifically, if I remember correctly, there's a massive male suicide rate.
Yeah.
And so what they did was they created...
industries, isn't it? It's awful.
Yeah, so last year they did this big TV campaign, and they set up these construction sites where they had like all these hats to represent like people who have passed away. And then what they did was they did this digital reconstruction of a city that could have been built theoretically by all these people that are no longer who are no longer with us. So essentially, having all these people available on hand, they could have built a city the size of Cardiff. And now I lost one of my best mates to suicide in 2023. So obviously when you get a project like that, I know it's quite morbid and everything, but when you've had a bit of an association to that kind of tragedy, I was like, I just kind of, put my emotion into it. So I'd say the fact that got a nod for a decent performance, like it's weird saying it because I'm not trying to, it's not about me, but it was something I was proud of because I was like,
that's fine.
It was something that sort of it resonated really strongly with me, and then obviously for it to get nominated, I was like, all right, fair play. I was grateful for that.
Oh, that's amazing.
So,
yeah.
So them two stick out the most. How about you?
Oh, it's a hard question, isn't it? Because I'm super proud of a lot of things, and some less so. I had a few things last year, like gaming stuff is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I had a few experiences last year. And actually, the first time I went to OMUK, I had one of those like out of body experiences where like you've wanted it for such a long time, and you've seen a billion voice actors taking the picture outside of the mural and everything. And I was on the train on the way down. I was like, I'm actually doing it. Like I've worked so hard for this moment, and this is actually happening. And then going, and the session was really challenging, but I kind of stepped up to it, and I was really proud of myself. And I suppose that was hopefully that sees the light of day in the game. I'll find out maybe next year, but I was really proud of that, was one thing. And then another one was I did this little online commercial for Carers First, who are an organisation who support young carers. And again, that's something quite close to my heart. And it was one of the first jobs that I did, and I got a nomination for it again from One Voice. Not that awards are everything, obviously, but I suppose that was one of the first things that kind of propelled me into the kind of VO world, like that we're in now, in a way. And I felt like, I don't know, it was just, I love doing that, and I was so new to the industry, and it's still like one of my things I'm proudest of, actually. So yeah, those two.
Well done, you.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll ask you a question then.
Okay.
What drives you?
Oof. Creativity.
Okay.
So
What do you mean?
obviously, I need to pay the bills, but I think I bloody love acting. Like I love the challenge of it. I love it when you get to play characters that are, I don't know, all the big emotions and everything in between, and like stuff you wouldn't want to experience as an actual human. You kind of want to experience as an actor, to like all these horrifying moments, or being a killer, or I don't know, some of these things. Maybe it sounds a bit warped, doesn't it? But
no, I get it. Do you prefer to play good guys or bad guys?
Oh, bad guys.
Bad guys are cooler because you're not all naturally a bad guy in real life, so it's an opportunity.
Yeah, maybe. I think there's some bigger arc, isn't there, and other stuff you can do. I forgot what the question was. What drives me creative? Yeah, so kind of looking for that in all my projects. And I think as well, when you get to work with other creatives on something, like if it's a game or whatever, or even a commercial, anything, but other people are putting all that time and effort into it and to bring this thing to life, and you're all one tiny cog. Like you said about on the Tools film, like you're one small cog, but obviously a huge part of that in a way. Like it makes such a difference, your VO. And I think, I don't know, being part of that is amazing. So yeah, creativity, I'd say, for me.
Okay. I'd say, I'd probably say I'd pivot slightly off the angle you went with, and I'd say it's more towards like what drives me is those little incremental wins, whether it's, I don't know, an email you get back from a client saying, "Oh, we absolutely love what you did there, it was fantastic." You know, and it's like, and it might I'm conscious I'm coming across like gratifying or whatever. I'm not, but you've got to acknowledge.
Yeah, this
you've
is
got to
a hard job
acknowledge
in
your
lots of
wins.
ways. I mean, amazing, but
in a job where it's all about yourself, and
you by yourself.
Yeah, but you've got to you have to acknowledge your progress. You have to acknowledge your wins. And I don't know, I just absolutely love this industry so much, and I love I suppose actually you are right, the word creativity is a good one, so I suppose I'm leaning into that a bit. I love the element of creativity, and I love being part of a project that you listen back to, go, shit, I was part of that, and that was great, and I'm really and that's what drives me, just the love of your craft, seeing it come to fruition. They're not all great. There's some stuff where you're like, oh, well, you don't need to send me that. It's all right. Don't worry about it. But in general, it's just those little incremental wins when they come along and you just think, yeah, you know what, I'm doing it and I'm loving it. And, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're part-time, full-time, veteran. It's like being part of something that you really want to just continue to grow.
Bringing your best to it as well.
That's what drives me.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice. Right.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay. Okay. Now, I've got a challenge for you for this one. I want to know an embarrassing moment.
Oh, God, where do I start?
Well, there's two that you've mentioned that I can think of on the podcast, and one was about your first audio drama. And I think for reference for this, you need to go back to David's episode. You spoke about it again on that one.
I think the first season I mentioned it as well.
You did, yeah. And then, so people want to have a look, listen to that one, they have to go back to that. And also when you did your commercial that they asked you to do a pirate accent, which was hilarious. But again, was that David as well? You need to listen to that one?
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, so I'm not going to let you repeat those ones. People are going to have to go back and listen to them on a separate episode.
Oh, another one. God.
Well, you might not have another one. So if
I do have another one. I'm just trying to think which one it is. The other one that I'm thinking of is the first studio session I went to. I got a job off Mandy, and it cost. I think I've mentioned this before, actually, again in season one. But there was a job that I got off Mandy. And it cost me. They were only offering £60, and it was to read a few lines. And at the time, I was living in Wolverhampton. And I had to get a train from Wolverhampton to London, which cost me about £180. But I was like, I don't care.
Jesus.
Like, first time to go to a studio.
What is train travel? That's mental.
Oh, it's insane. But I was like, it was like, I've never been to a studio before. I am completely, this is like back end of 2018. I am as fresher than fresh.
Yeah.
No experience whatsoever. So got this job off Mandy, and I knew, like, come to the studio. I was like, oh my God, I get to go to a recording studio. I was like, I don't care if I'm going to make a loss in the day. Like, it's an experience. Anyway, so I went there. And I still, to this day, have no idea what the guy was going on about, because I've never seen anybody explain something like this to me like he did. And that's why it makes no sense. Anyway, so I get there. Obviously, I had no experience. Getting into voiceover, I knew, like, for a lot of people, I was like, I want to try the commercial stuff and like a bit of audio drama, etc., etc. But I didn't have any experience, had no training, not proper training. And we get to this studio, they call me in, it was like this quite dinky little studio. And they had this, it was split in two. So they put me in the recording side, and I'm looking at them through the glass. And there was about 5 or 6 of them. And he came in, and what he did, he showed me these papers, and he was like, right, okay, so what we're doing these, like, and obviously now with more experience, I know exactly what it is. It's like you're an employee at a company and you're talking about an experience, like as if somebody's interviewed you, but it's like, like when they put like a talking heads type thing. Talking head, but they're covered. You don't know who it is. It's like a whistleblower sort of.
Yeah, okay.
What goes on in the company.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. So they had like these different staff members from this company, and they were talking about like.
So you're doing the voiceover for that.
So you were playing the person who was saying that they've been bullied in the office, or the workplace bullying or workplace environment, and you're like, this is what happens, etc., etc. So anyway, but he gave me these graphs, and he kept showing on these like 4 or 5 different graphs, like colour charts with waveforms on them. It's like, yes, we think when the waveform goes up here, we think this is when he's the most emotional. And I'm just there like looking at him like, and in my head I'm like, I am way out of my depth. Like, I have no idea what he's going on about. But
have you ever had that since, though?
Never once have I ever had anybody speak to me about trying to understand the emotions of someone through a wave graph.
The wave, no.
Never happened.
No.
So anyway, I went back into the booth, and they're all there behind the glass on the other side. And obviously, they've got that intercom thing where they can silence you and you can't hear anything. So he goes, right, okay, if you just get yourself started, and we'll read it. And I just went straight into, like, a Bauer radio ad. Like, no, absolutely no acting. It was like, this week at the workspace, we had some problems with our boy. Like, and I could just see they all looked a bit puzzled. And the next minute, I was like, I read it all through, and I sat there. I was like, yeah, I think that went all right. That. And then they went on the intercom, and they went all silent, and they almost like huddled around like it was like
what the hell
in a sports match, and they're about to like before they get going, they have a huddle. I was like, and I could just see, I was like, oh god, they are ripping me a new one right now. I can tell, like, absolutely going for it. Anyway, so we came back through the intercom, and he's like, "No, okay, so that was great. That was great, but we're not going. I know you do commercial stuff, but we're not going in the commercial direction. So this is you're this person, and you have been bullied in the workplace, and you're effectively
that makes it worse.
Oh, honestly, Jen, it was like shoved pins in my eyeballs. It was like, and they had to coax this. What I feel is a relatively simple thing to do now.
Yeah.
But
really
because I didn't understand...
You're basically being a person, aren't you? You're not
and because I was complete out of my depth in terms of I had no experience in the industry.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand what they were asking of me. And then he said, look, your friend, who's your favourite friend? I was like, mentioned one of the guys. So, okay, right, he's sat in front of you at that table. I want you to tell him what these lines, as if, it's a real thing. I was like, okay, got it. And then one of the best takes we did was when I practiced it, and they weren't recording. So I was like, quick, do it again like that. I was like, okay, yeah. And then it kind of just deviated away because I was overthinking it. Oh,
and the mic's on, and perform.
Yeah, it was like one of them where it should have taken about 10 minutes. I took the full hour up. Anyway, we got it in the end, and when we listened back to it, like at the end, they were really patient. I mean, never ever worked with them again since, and I'm not surprised. But to be fair, at the end of it,
£60. I mean,
yeah, it was pretty bad.
I mean, obviously, you only deserve £60 for the sound of it, but no.
Yeah, fair statement. No, but to be fair, at the end of it, they brought me back around. We sat in the studio bit and we listened, and actually, it did work. I finally got to that stage where I just had to get out of my own head. That's what it was, because I realised I got it so catastrophically wrong at the start. Now I'm like panicking. There's like 7 people stood looking at me. I just couldn't get out of my own head. So then the overthinking kicks in, and then I just couldn't settle. Yeah. But then when I did finally just like, listen, chill yourself. Just listen to the instructions. They're not difficult. And eventually it fell into place. But yeah. But in that moment, sat in that chair and seeing all these people behind that glass, and you could just see the looks on the faces like, who the hired this idiot? Like,
God. Oh no. Yeah, it's that kind of thing that kind of makes you feel a bit like sweaty, isn't it? When you like think back and you're like, oh my God, what?
Absolutely.
Oh God.
Yeah. What about you?
Not loads of embarrassing things. I think I've shared a few bits before, but I remember, I may have shared this before, apologies if I have, but I remember when again, I'd not been doing it very long, and I was hired by a company in Hong Kong, and it was a freelancer, I think, and I was doing something, and it was just, you've just got no idea what you're doing. You're so green, and like there was all the time zone differences, and he'd send me like random messages, and it was all like it was so piecemeal, and then he wanted to listen in on a recording, and then we set up this time, and he missed it, and then we did another time, and then he called me from his car, and he was listening from Hong Kong in his car. And then I did this thing, and it was okay, but it was too upbeat or something. And then his boss came on to a call, and she was shouting at him down the phone. And I was there listening and being like, oh my God, I have no idea what to do. It was just, actually, that wasn't embarrassing for me. It was just horrendous. It was horrendous. And
he's there like, do you want to call me back?
Should I go? But it was
Guys,
awful.
I'm sorry, but
she was properly berating him.
I feel a bit awkward listening to this. You want to call me back?
Yeah, it was. But I think if I had been more knowledgeable, there were a lot of red flags that I would be like, no, I shouldn't do that. This is not what they want. Like sort out the time zone and stuff. But yeah, that was not great.
Okay, I'll go on for you. Do you have any mid to long term goals?
Well, win a BAFTA.
Okay, there you go.
And done. There we go. That is my long-term goal, to win a BAFTA.
What's your?
Well, let me just say
route?
though, I think I remember saying that when I kind of not long started in voice acting, and I told my mum, and she virtually pissed herself in a supportive way. But I think I'd come from the on-screen acting world, and it was obviously that's never going to happen. Yeah. But then I see other voice actors that I look up to, like, I mean, Jane Perry and just recently Jennifer English, like winning BAFTAs for their performances. And I just think, you know what? You know, it's a stretch, but it's not
impossible.
Impossible. Yeah, it feels like it's possible. And like, just keep fucking working hard and get the right jobs and, you know, just keep working at it. BAFTA. There we go.
The biggest barrier sometimes to people's success is themselves.
100%. And obviously I'm fortunate with the money, being able to afford the booth and all that stuff. There's all those other barriers that people face. But
But what I'm saying is, it's it's too big of a dream now, or it's too big of, and sometimes you have to think. And I heard another thing recently actually that I think is true, that if you set yourself a goal that might be overly, let's say you go, okay, well I'd like to book £3 million worth of voiceover work. Now that's an obscene amount of money.
Yeah.
But imagine you worked really hard to get there. Yeah. Imagine what you would achieve.
Yeah.
By pushing yourself that far. You might not make the 3 million, but what if it means that
I'd be okay with
the journey to get to that and the push that you give yourself means that you do way better
than you would have done had you just
what
been
you would have done otherwise.
I can't do it. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm aiming high. So watch the space, folks.
For it. What was the question? Mid to long term goals. So I don't know, because I do feel like I'm really pleased with the trajectory things are going on at the moment, right? And inevitably, when things are like that, then you just want to push it further. I know myself, I could do a lot more. Yeah. So I think my biggest goal is not about saying, okay, I want to, I don't know, book a certain job, book a certain client, but that isn't necessarily it. My thing is, I want to have the continued discipline to push myself further, because I know that will bring better results. Yeah. So I feel like what I said before about 100%. The barrier to people's success, I kind of feel like I am that person sometimes. Yeah. So that is my mid to long term goals, is staying disciplined and just consistently trying to push myself further, because when I do push myself and I am focused and I'm, all the stay as resilient as possible, good things happen.
Yeah, it's exciting. Good things happen. So
it's not the most exciting answer, but I can't really dress it up any other way, because that's just how I feel. You know what I mean?
But I feel like that's the absolute crux of the job, though, isn't it? Yeah. That is just what you said. And I think in terms of adding to my BAFTA goal, like, obviously I want the glory and success of having that award, but obviously, have you met me? But also, imagine the kind of project I would have worked on and the amount of the performance level that I would have brought to that, to win that. So it's all that stuff as well, isn't it? It's like, it's not just the actual award, it's what's led to that point, which would be pretty amazing. Yeah. I'm excited for us. Big things are coming.
I do think, though, but I wish that, if you looked at my vision board, you can see all the goals I've got very much in my sight. That's like clear as day, and I'm working towards them, but I don't have one. I don't know. I just think I wouldn't say like earn enough money to retire, because even if I had 50 million quid in the bank, I'd still do this job.
I know. Yeah, same.
So I can't say it's that. Money doesn't.
Probably
money
wouldn't
motivates.
Do like shitty jobs though, would you? You'd be like, you know what?
Like, money motivates me in the sense of like, I want to be able to, go on holidays.
It's freedom, isn't it?
Money doesn't motivate me so I can go and buy £1,000 pair of shoes. It's just not interest me in the slightest. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I like the money motivates me to the point where I can have a comfortable lifestyle and do nice things and not have to stress. That of course it does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I'm more motivated towards going, have you seen this job? And everyone's like, it sounds amazing. And you get more work off the back of it. And it's like, I did that. That's what motivates me.
Oh, nice. Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, actually, following on from that then, are there any voice actors that you would like to emulate, like that you see with that you think, actually, I want a piece of that? Or
famous or just in general?
Well, either, really. Or it doesn't need to even be a voice actor, but somebody you see and think, actually, that is the kind of...
Stephen Graham is probably there. Top of, I think Stephen Graham is probably number one on my list of actors I would say I would love to emulate.
Okay, let's break it down. Why? What is it about Stephen Graham?
His drama, his emotive performances is exactly the sort of stuff that I love to try and do. I just resonate with something. He is such a phenomenal actor. But just his ethos, the way he does things, the types of roles that he do, from a voice acting perspective, 100% is exactly the sort of thing I would love to do. Doing characters, whether it's audio drama or video games, whatever, stuff like that, and you get a style that people acknowledge and recognise.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, he is like one... I think he's amazing. Does he have like a type? I wonder how much he deviates from it. Like, you can't imagine playing... I don't know, like, I feel like I've only seen him in like one type of role in terms of... I don't know if that's true.
No, I think he has done... He does play the passive-aggressive sometimes, or the quite emotive father, friend, etc. Yeah. But he has deviated. I can't think off the top of my head what it is. No, but he has deviated. But yeah, I was just wondering. I couldn't think of it.
But I also like really respect him as a person. I love hearing him talk about masculinity and hearing him talk about his wife and like the people he works with, and just what an absolute legend. Like, I condone that. Condone? Is that the right one? No.
Not condone.
The opposite of condone. What word am I looking for here, Michael?
I can't think. I'm trying to think for you. Concur?
Well, I do concur. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll go with that one. Oh, dear.
How about you?
Well, I'm one of those people. Actually, Jane Perry, I've already mentioned. The absolute class of that woman. I mean, she's so... Her performances are amazing. But like her, just as a human, navigating the world. I don't know, she's got such grace about her, but I really respect that. Yeah. Olivia Colman, in terms of performance, obviously we're talking about that's more on-screen acting now, but she's just fucking phenomenal, isn't she? Yeah. Like... I've actually she's on my vision board. She's accepting some award. I'm not sure which one it was, but I'm like, that is what I'm looking at.
You like one day you're like, on your board, like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here for some reason. You turn around, look at your vision board, like, oh shit, it works.
It worked, yeah. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Go on then, is it my turn?
I can't remember.
No, it's your turn.
My turn. Okay, this will be the last one then. A difficult time. Something you found challenging that you've overcome or that is ongoing.
Look, Michael, let's get real. Cool. It's I feel bad saying it's a hard job because, I mean, Christ, in the scheme of things, it's really not, is it? But there are a lot of challenges that come with it, and juggling life and children and jobs and other responsibilities and everything like that is a real challenge. And I am one of those people who gets in my own way and expects a huge amount of myself. Like, I'm always trying to do more. I'm always trying to think, like you said, I feel like I can do more. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not achieving my potential, all that stuff. So I'm the biggest challenge. My own mental health, like just drive myself nuts. It's just hard.
Yeah, but you're far from alone in that sort of feeling.
I know, but it doesn't make it easier. I mean, actually, that's not true. I think it's horrible to feel like that, but I'm very lucky now that I feel like I've got a community in this industry that actually I know that I can reach out to, I mean, yourself or a number of other people and say, I'm really struggling, or can we just have a chat, or just saying something really random just to kind of start that kind of conversation with somebody who understands actually that it can be a bit soul destroying sometimes when you're facing the constant knocks. And I think the job is inherently, you're going to get a lot more no's than you are yeses.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I think it's just picking yourself up and carrying on, isn't it? And I think that is not easy, and we're all doing that. The fact we're still here is probably my proudest achievement. The fact that I'm still here and still doing it. But yeah, that is definitely the biggest challenge for me.
Yeah, I think mine would probably emulate some of that. I think, as many people do, you go through your ups and downs, your bouts of your imposter syndrome. But I kind of... I'm not going to sit here and say that is something I want to get rid of, because I think that's just part of being a person. Yeah. Like, you have those emotional ups and downs. I think you have to just embrace it. Yeah. And just, sit with it, acknowledge it, and just, and every time I feel it, it's like, we've been here before, and nothing ever happens that's bad. Yeah. And it's like, you go through it all. So, yeah, I think for me, I think it's just, I think... it can only be the same thing. It's like, even if you feel like you're having a bit of a lull or if you... I think sometimes maybe allow myself to get a bit frustrated over certain things that maybe a little bit less out of my control. I'm trying to think of an example to make that make sense. Sometimes I get frustrated about certain things, like I don't know, if people give you, they hound you and mother you for stuff, and then they ghost you when you're asking for an update, and you want to get paid, and they don't say anything. It really pisses me off sometimes. Yeah. And I've just started to try and like just let it go, because like, you know, they're not going anywhere. Yes, it's annoying, but don't let that affect you going into your other auditions and your other things that you're doing. And I do sometimes carry it, and it does bother me. But I think it's I think it's warranted to be annoyed when people act or treat you a certain way. Yeah. But I think my challenge is just letting go of it a bit quicker, and just like, I'm not sat rocking them backwards and forwards in a corner like
that's how I imagine you
stabbing voodoo dolls. Like, I just like it winds me up, and then you vent, and then when I am a very positive person. I don't like creating, like, I'm not, you know, I try and stay away from negative mindsets or sort of generally negative.
Got a good vibes only t-shirt on.
Yeah, well, I think it's just, you know, I'm not like, you know, I'm not Buddhist or anything, but I just think it's, I don't know, I think especially since I turned 40, that's a bit of a cliche thing, but you are definitely, who you surround yourself with is so important. And especially I think after I turned 40 and stuff, like, not that I feel like old in any way, shape or form, but it's weird. Something about just getting a bit older, certain things fall into place a bit more, and you sort of, you know yourself a bit more, and you feel a bit less, like, I'm not too, like, if there's something that's a bit toxic in my life, I don't second guess getting rid of it or just drifting away from it.
You give less of a shit.
Yeah, and I think, but then sometimes I can be my own problem, because then I can hold on to things. I'm like, this isn't serving you. This is slowing you down. It's holding you back.
So do you think that's improved then? You've improved that skill, I suppose, of being able to let go?
Yeah, I think so. I think probably, I guess so. I think it's just, just maintaining just good habits, and just not allowing, sometimes, you know, you just get a bit in your own thoughts, and I think that's it. It's just trying to sort of stay in those moments where you might feel a little bit bummed out for whatever reason. Like if there's a job that you really wanted to get and then you didn't get it, that feeling of like, it used to bother me for a while. Like like the imposter syndrome is like a knock-on effect of that. Whereas now I'm like, all right, I'm disappointed, of course. You kind of move on from it, but I'm only human. It can linger. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, I remember like David. I've mentioned him a few times now. David, I mean, like, was saying the same thing. Like, there was a few jobs that he's had in the last couple of years that he didn't get, and absolutely was gutted. Yeah. And you're like, this guy is at the top of his game, and it's still affecting him the same way. You know, it's human, as you say.
Yeah, but I think as far as like challenges in that respect, I can't really pinpoint a specific time. Well, there have been difficult times, of course, but like, I wouldn't say within my voiceover career there's been a time that I've had to navigate where it's like do or die. Something's got to change. The ups and the downs, they always sort of fall into each other. But so they've not had a challenge in that respect. I've always, despite the ups and downs that you get, I've always maintained a pretty like positive mindset. Like, I don't care if it gets shit. It'll be shit and it'll stay shit until it gets better. Keep going.
Gosh. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then, So I guess I guess that I can't really think of anything else personally.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's a pretty solid answer.
What?
I was thinking I was going to say something really trite about the community. Because,
well, that is a big thing. Yeah. Well, what I might try and maybe fill in a blank if now you've said that. I think one thing that does make it easier is definitely having the voiceover community like being quite a strong one.
Yeah. I mean, like I was saying, it's just.
And we all do it as well. Like if I see somebody saying, like I've seen a post or they're having a tough time, or whatever, I love to jump in there. Listen, what are you talking about? You're fantastic, etc. And sometimes when you get that back, you acknowledge it and you feel it. Might not change your immediate situation, but you appreciate it. But it all comes around in full circle. And when you take stock of it, you go, well, this is a great community. Everyone supports each other. Everyone gets it. Yeah. You know, even the high flyers have their quiet moments. I mean, it's just the way it goes. Yeah. Like, is that ever peaked? Is that it? Am I done? Like, no.
Am I done?
It's just one of them, innit? So community definitely helps. 100%.
Yeah. 100%. I feel very, very lucky, and like I've been doing this for 5 years now, and definitely that's one of the biggest things. It kind of bowls me over, really. Actually, how you can I feel embraced by the community. It's really lovely. I'm very, very
jealous.
Grateful for that.
You're going to One Voice next week as well, so you're going to get to see the community,
and that's why I feel a bit emotional. I get to see them all. I missed everyone at Box.
I don't know if I've said this before. The reason why I can't make it is because it's not so much that the location itself is the issue. I have to be back in Paris on the Monday.
Yeah.
And logistically, I just can't make it work. Whether I fly to Birmingham or fly to Manchester, I can't get back home Monday because by the time I get into Paris on the Sunday, the trains aren't working because they close. It just logistics just didn't work. So I had to just I'm not doing it.
As a community, we understand.
Yeah. So, but no. And if I do happen to win my award, then of course I've asked for you to go up and.
I know. I am a little bit excited. I mean, I wanted you to win before, but now.
I don't think. Listen, I'm not being negative. Like, it's a tough category. There's like Alexi Kombu in there.
One you
I think
are
Chris Tester's
up
in
for?
there. Yeah, just the one. Yeah.
Just the one. Okay, yeah, that is a tough. That's or just those two
tough
names.
Crowd.
It's pretty tough, isn't it?
Tough crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. But you never know. When I won gaming demo last year, there was the big hitters. I was really proud of my demo, but wow, there was some real talent in there. So you just never know. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, listen, I'm not like no point being negative. I'm on the list. I've got a chance just like everybody else. So,
on the list.
Just, yeah.
You're in or you're out.
I'm on the hit list.
Yeah.
So but all that being aside, I'm good. I'm not going to see people there because it's.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
We only get like two times a year to try and get together.
If that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't know if they're going to do a Vox this year. No one's
I feel like it's not going to happen. Although they did say they were going to do it, didn't they, last year? But I feel like it might not.
It might just be like a bit of a Christmas gathering or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did that last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right then, my friend. It's been very nice.
Well, 38 minutes. We've done all right there.
For us,
a bit less than that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I just feel like we've got it proves the point. We don't plan anything. We're just literally like.
Look, don't tell people that. I've said this before. They don't want to know how the sausage is made.
If I had a whole load of like pre-planned answers, it would have sounded way more polished. But that's not what we're about. We're all about winging it, just like our careers.
Not sounding good, just improvised. No, it's been really nice. I'm nice to learn a bit more about you. It's good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Likewise. No, likewise. It's good.
Did you feel obliged to say that? Oh, and you.
No, no, not at all. Your BAFTA thing, I think, is interesting. And,
well, now you know that I want one. Stop bribing people.
That woman you've put on your vision board, if she turns up at your
Olivia
house
Colman.
one day, doesn't know why she's there. We know it works.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be worried about her if she did that. But I'd welcome her and we'd have tea and biscuits.
She might have an electric car and say, "Oh, you can this is the modern day, innit? So they don't come around for sugar. It's like, can I just have a quick charge for my car? Come up with that."
We have gone on a weird place now.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day.
You would have been to the gym. Jesus.
10 p.m. my time.
Yeah, that's true. Right, look, we need to wrap it up, otherwise it'll be like 49.
So what we're going to do listen, I'm not going to go into too much. We were going to continue season 4. Does
everyone need to know this?
I just think it's worth just giving a bit of context so people know what to expect. We were having a great time doing season 4. We've had some amazing people on, and we've actually got some amazing people lined up. But what we've decided to do is we've pushed it back to June, simply because. We need a time to bit of sort of reconfigure. We've got things going on each side. So we just thought, well, actually, with the One Voice thing going on, I've got stuff going on as well. Let's take a couple of weeks off in May and then kickstart again in June with season 5. But listen, let me tell you, touch wood, like what we've got planned and people coming on, let me tell you, it'll blow your freaking mind, especially if you like gaming. Say no more. So,
Oh, Michael.
No pressure.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, so we're going to have a bit of a hiatus for about 3, possibly 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then regroup, come back, and we've got some really exciting episodes lined up. So I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you.
Brilliant.
Man.
See you. I guess I'll see you in a month.
All right, folks. See you later.
Bye. See you the next one. Bye.
Bye.